Welcome to the reading room, everybody. It's great to be back. It's fantastic to be back. I've really looked forward to this session of AIMBOT, and I hope you can all join me for a little bit of consensual judging. Yes, consensual. I was mentioning this earlier. It's consensual because people are actually asking to be judged. So completely consensual. I wouldn't judge people otherwise, but absolutely consensual. Now, as usual, what we're doing is we're going over to Am I the Asshole over at Reddit, the front page of the internet, and grabbing some situations and some rundowns of people asking, am I morally bankrupt or them? Am I in the right? Are they in the wrong? Who's right? Who's wrong? Is nobody right? Is everybody terrible? Like absolutely terrible. And I want to get your feedback on who is terrible and who is not. Even if look, last week there was some dubious choices from the chat. I got to admit that. Some incredibly dubious choices from the chat. Yes, Flamio, you're first. Yeah, hey Dan. Sorry, I must admit I had this scheduled for the wrong time. Flamio pointed it out, and it's all good now. All good now. So I didn't actually have this scheduled for a week from now. Well, I did have it scheduled for a week from now, but I thought it was today. So looking forward to it. And a big thanks to Flamio for pointing it out. But hey, Dan, you know I love you. You're fantastic, man. It's so good to see you in a AIMBOT. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just get organized with a pop-out chat so I can keep an eye on you people, because I from last week, I can't trust you. Let's face it. There was some dubious calls last week, and that's okay. That's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but you're wrong. Okay, you're just wrong. You're all wrong. There's something excellent. Well, here we are back again. Am I morally bankrupt or them? Who's to blame? Who is to blame here? And let's get into it. Let's get into it. Nanalu, so good to see you. Vaguely agnostic, welcome. Always welcome, my friend. Always. And here we go. And as per usual, I haven't seen any of this. The most I've read is like the title on the top here. I've got no idea. Megan, so lovely to see you. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to everybody, actually. That's a good point. Happy New Year to everybody. Can I? Hey. So I'll get it so you can read it a bit better. Hello, Beamsy. How you doing? I don't actually know what you mean by that. Is it fine? Fine buttocks time to dig in. Right. I'm going to ignore that comment. I don't know what it means, but it's Beamsy, so it probably means something pretty horrible. Okay, now jolly old Saint Nicky. Am I the asshole for giving my daughter a better present than my son? I love the sort of, the quotes thrown in already. Make it ambiguous. They'll never know. Hello, Surgeon General. Love you, man. It's so good to see you. Yeah, no, I saw you making trouble last week. I saw you. I 100% saw you. Like, don't think I didn't. And Big Bad Mama, it's always a pleasure to see you. I love your videos. They're coming out so well. Look, Big Bad Mama's just getting better and better. Like, doing amazing work. I highly recommend the Hovind videos that they do. It's hilarious. Hovind hilarity. Michael, so good to see you. So good to see you, Ozian. Ozian just came out with a book, by the way. I'm gonna sort of divert into shill mode for a second, which I have not bought yet, but I definitely will. Next time I'm on my Kindle, which is probably going to be very soon, I'm gonna buy that book. It's on atheism and a case for moral naturalism, which I'm very interested in. I think Ozzy and I disagree on objective morality. Not 100% sure. I'm not gonna misrepresent your views, Ozian, but anybody getting a book out has done a miraculous feat. It is rough to get a book published. So congratulations, Ozian. What's up? So today we're doing AIMBOT, Michael. So that's basically we're going to Am I the Asshole on Reddit? We're going to look at some situations and we're going to apply some, well, in my case, I'm going to apply some sort of secular humanism to it, some morality to it. So, yeah, you know, the situations are pretty, how would you describe it? Frivolous, inconsequential, petty. Petty might be a good word to use. Nothing serious, nothing, you know, world breaking, just some petty situations. And look, it is consensual judgment because these people are asking to be judged. So, oh, Caterpillar, it's so nice to see you. Fantastic, Caterpillar. One of my favorite bugs. So good to see you. Yeah, so am I the arsehole for giving my daughter a better present than my son? I always wonder about that. Like, what does better? Well, let's find out. Our son is 22 and our daughter is 26. She bought a house in July. Oh, congratulations. We know that moving into a new home always comes with unexpected costs right after you've probably depleted most of your funds. Well, that's true. That's true. So for Christmas, we gave her $4,000. Our son, we gave a few different gifts totaling somewhere around $800. Our daughter had to work Christmas, but we did Christmas on the 26th and she stayed with us for the holidays from then until yesterday. Our son still lived with us, and today he told us that he didn't want to say anything while his sister was here, but his feelings were hurt by the disparity in the value of the gifts. Well, at least it's not someone just going off their rocker kind of thing. I think the son's sort of, you know, being reasonable. I mean, I get that sort of he hurt. But the thing is, here's the thing. They would probably do the same thing for him if he was in that same situation. We explained that the gifts we got him were tailored to his interests, but his sister had just passed a big life milestone where money is more important to her right now than sentiment. He said it's still hurtful. It's still hurtful because it feels like we are more proud of her than him. My wife got really frustrated. No, that didn't happen. What am I reading out? No, the wife did get frustrated. No, that's true. That's 100% true. When he said that and asked why he would choose the least charitable interpretation of our actions. How old is he? 22. Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, not very charitable, sir. He said that's just how he felt and he couldn't control it. I said, yeah. I said that we didn't give her money because we're more proud, but because we had experience being new homeowners and knowing that something always breaks in the first 6 months and it's always expensive. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Something always breaks. Always breaks. I don't think that's true. I mean, is this city known for like really shitty housing or something? I mean, I've bought a property and nothing broke in the first 6 months, I think. Not that I recall. I mean, I would understand, you always need to, you know, you realize you don't have a fill in the blank, you know, you don't have a car jack or you realize that you need another bookcase, or you realize that, you know, your couch really sucks and you need to get in. Like, things do come up, I do admit, but not necessarily because everything breaks all the time, I guess. He said that was fine and good, but it still hurt to get a worse present and feel like an afterthought. My wife asked if he expected us to get him $4,000 worth of gifts. He said no, but he expected gifts between him and his sister to be equal. So it's not that you want more, it's that you want your sister to have less. My wife said that's the same thing, and my son said it isn't. No, it isn't the same thing. He said we could have given her the monetary equivalent of what we gave him. I told him that isn't really fair for him to decide on how much we spend on somebody else's gifts. Furthermore, cash is less personal than gifts, so giving her a cash equivalent to what he got would be getting her the worse gift. Look, okay, so my opinion on the cash for presents, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem receiving it. I don't have a problem doing it. I think gift cards are fine. I don't know. I have a very ambiguous relationship with with sort of gifts anyway. I kind of I get that sort of, you know, things bought can be more personal, but I don't judge anybody for just, you know, getting a normal gift card or money. I don't. Yeah, no, I agree. I actually agree, Michael, because then you can go out and buy something. You know, there's nothing worse than getting a gift and you're like, oh, this is terrible. But I'm going to say, hey, it's cool, just because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah, okay. All right, Beamsy. Yes. He said we weren't listening to him, just justifying. My wife said we didn't need to justify anything and he was being entitled. I'm kind of inclined to agree with the wife, to be honest with you. And I think that word is there. See, what he's not thinking is that, hey, they would do the same for him if he was in her situation. Like if he was in his sister's situation and had just bought a house, they would probably do the same for him. They would probably give him $8,000 as well. So it's not so. This is the difference between equality and sort of you know, sort of having an equity between the two. Sort of, so her situation is different. So you're giving him what he needs, and you're giving her what she needs. And if he was in the same situation, he would get the same thing, you know. So I don't see a problem with that. So that, yeah, it's kind of the difference. So does everyone know, like, the difference between equality and equity? Like equality, everybody gets exactly the same thing. And equity is basically giving more to people who need it, basically. It's not equality. But there's nothing wrong with equity. It's basically treating people tailored differently for their circumstance. And the thing is, if he was in the same circumstance, they would probably do the same for him. So yes, I agree. I agree with all of these. The kid, well, maybe not kick him out. I mean, that's a bit of an overreaction. Who hurt you, Big Bad Mama? Who hurt you? Like, seriously, every time it's like, throw him to the wolves, throw him out of an airplane, hang him on the highest noose you can find. Like, look, I respect your opinion, but you know, I think that you react a little bit too harshly. Call me soft if you want. That's fine. I'm good there. I can't really. My wife is irritated. My son is clearly resentful. I can't really decide if we're in the wrong here. No, I don't think so. I think you're fine. We should be able to give our money to whomever we want. That's whom. Okay, I think I'm judging too much. I'm turning into a grammar Nazi. On the other, I never want to hurt my son's feeling. Were we wrong? No. Your son's got to understand that his sister is in a position where she needs that money and he doesn't. But I think that what they're not saying in this circumstance is that if you were in this situation, we'd be doing the same for you. And we will. If you go to buy a house, we will be giving the same thing to you. Because I've been in that situation. My brother bought a house before I did, and he got like a larger amount of money for Christmas and stuff and birthday, and it was to buy stuff for the house. Like the thing about buying your first house, right? The thing about it is it's always more bare than when you actually have lived by yourself for a while. There's just things that you haven't thought about that you need to set up, and that's just the way it is. That's why when people get married, the marriage presents are always things like toasters and blenders and stuff like that. It's just there's stuff that you don't realize that you're using out of your parents' house. You're just like, oh, okay, well, didn't know I'd need that, but sure. Yeah, okay. No, I think chat's onto a winner here. I think that definitely the man child here is definitely needs to understand that it's the situation, not the person that they're associating money to. It's not because she's better than you or she's she's worth more than you. I understand his feelings. It's such a shame because I think that this conversation started out fine, saying, "Hey, that's just the way I feel," and kind of stuff like that. And then it just turned bad. It just turned bad. But of course, we will open it up to the poll. Let's find out what the chat thinks. I'm dreading this a little after last week, but look, I'm going to give you another chance. Chat. I'm going to give you another chance. You can do it. And let's see what everybody else thinks, the Reddit thinks. You're the arsehole for doing this at Christmas. I prefer Notto. What is up with you? I'm the youngest of four. Okay, so he reckons they're the arsehole for doing it at Christmas. So if it wasn't a Christmas thing, that seems like really like just semantics, basically. You're pure. Look, I am so sick of that word. Like, seriously, I have heard enough of retrobait to last me a lifetime. I don't know about anybody else, seriously, but it's kind of like it's just a meaningless word at this point. Like, it really is. It's. I mean, I don't disagree with your sentiment, Nitty, but Son did everything right here. What the fuck? It's semantics. Whether she got it at Christmas or like any time else in the year, it's exactly the same. Why? What? They could have made the Christmas even and called the remainder a house. How does that matter? Like, seriously, is there something magical about Christmas that makes the Okay. Hello, Trustee Ape. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Welcome, welcome. I just can't imagine that. Sorry, I'm just having a little trouble seeing here. Just give me 1 second. Boss, is that still okay? Yeah, that looks okay. You can read that. If I was given that money by Christian, they would be pissed. Does it matter? So if I could put 3,200 in a bank for when he buys a house, sure. I What difference? Yes, Billy Pop. What difference does it actually make it labeled as a Christmas gift or not? The son is 22, not 12. Well, 22 still. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I didn't know jack shit at 22. Quite frankly, at 22, I was a very ignorant person. Quite frankly, I mean, I'm sorry if you're 22 at the moment. You obviously have way more sense than I do. But 20, I don't think I knew anything. I was pretty ignorant to most things. Yeah, I don't know what Reddit's on about. It, magically, maybe they're more invested in Christmas than I am. Maybe after reading your responses, you're the asshole. Okay. Framing it as a Christmas gift and not a housewarming gift. Who cares? Who cares? The way you treated your son, he did it right. He didn't attack. He just said, "These are my feelings." Your wife immediately started going on the offensive and belittling his feelings. Did she? I mean, did she? Like, I get that they shouldn't have belittled their son's feelings. Wife got really frustrated. Why you would choose the least charitable interpretation of action. Is that going on the offensive? Yeah, totally, Dan. Totally. I will happily admit that. I'm a very different person than I was at 22. I gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think you're fully mature at 22. I think possibly other people are. I think it depends on the person. People mature differently. Totally right, Buster. I agree with you. Well, that's true, actually. That is true, BBM. I do admit to that, but it is sort of a bit of an overreaction for just a fight over a little bit of money. I don't think they're there yet, and I wouldn't expect them to be, quite frankly. Yeah, I think maybe the wife reacted a bit badly, but I think that sort of, yeah, I don't know. The son's still the asshole. I comfortable speak. He handled it right. Look, Reddit's never right. Look, Redditors, you can't trust Redditors on anything. Let's face it. You just can't. As parents at her said, picking favorites. He's trying to communicate with you in conversation. And as always, context is king or queen or sort of non-gendered monarch of your choice. It really is. So it depends on how the son came at things. It depends on how the parents came at things. Yeah, I'm going to stand by. Really, Pamesy, really. Oh, hello, Titan. So good to see you. Always a pleasure when Titan Uranus is in the chat. I just love saying that name. I'm going to be honest with you. I just love saying it. So, all right. How's our little poll going? Okay. Well, yeah, poster is not that bad. Well, actually, it's a split vote. Someone got in there in the last second. Split vote between bad and not bad. What will he get the 3,200 to make up the difference? What are you talking about? What will he get? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Like, when will he get the 3,000? Well, when he buys a fucking house. That's, come on, Beamsy, pay attention. Pay attention. We're not. I'm not going through this again for you. All right. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but quite frankly, that's donkey voting. That's voting. Yeah, I think so too. Dan. I think that chat is yanking my chain, and I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Like, seriously, I'm here for it. That's fine. Look, chat, I can tell you why you're wrong. That's fine. But, you know, it's a draw. I get maybe they reacted badly. So that's fine. And look, morality is difficult. It definitely is difficult. I get that. Now, this is from Special Cabinet. Next one. Am I the arsehole for pulling my attendance from my sister's wedding after already RSVPing? Yes. Okay. I don't think, just a brief overview. I don't think that's an arsehole move, to be honest with you. No, that's okay, Beamsy. You're fine, mate. You're absolutely fine. That's fine. It's all good. Everyone's good here, except whoever's the arsehole in this situation. And I don't know who that is. But apart from that, everyone's good. Hi, Maya. It's so good to see you, darling. Yeah, so I lost my husband and the father of my 3 children 5 years ago. Oh, that's kind of sad. Why do we get the sad ones? This is not cool. We had been together from the age of 17 and married in our 20s, and he passed away at the age of 31. That's really young. Oh, that's really young. Our children were very young, yeah. The last 5 years, I've missed him like crazy and have poured myself into focusing on my children, my hobbies, and even furthering my career more. Okay, no, you do you. You do you. I have no interest in dating or finding a new partner. That's okay. Whenever you're ready. Special Cabinet. There's no time frame on grief. That's cool. You're doing fine. My sister and a couple of other family members have been trying to encourage me to find a new partner, to find a dad for my kids, to look for more love. Okay, so there's some resentment there already, and I get you. I'm obviously they're like being pushy, and you don't want to say so outright, encouraging you firmly. I have zero interest. Oh, it's so sad. It's something that I have discussed with my sister on repeat. She has told me she doesn't understand. Even as a teen, I had zero dating interest. My husband was the exception. I loved him. I was best friends with him, and we were compatible in every way, and we found a relationship that worked for the two of us and gave us a life better than we had planned on. My interest in dating has not sparked now in my 30s and widowed. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, look, special cabinet, that's okay. That's okay. I have pleaded with my sister to understand, to know that I am living the life I want to live, and I am not some broken-hearted shell who has paused my life. Yeah, so I think that there's no end point on grief, and no compulsion for you to be with somebody. Like, I don't understand how it's supposed to be good for the how it's supposed to be good for your kids if you're forcing yourself to be with somebody in order to sort of for the kids, because you're going to be miserable. That's not going to be good for anybody, including your kids. Show me where I found that screw. Sure. If you messaged me. So this is an X-ray from Beamsy. So if you're a little bit squeamish, I'd probably look away. It's nothing graphic. Just, it doesn't involve an X-ray. So do be aware of that if you are a little bit squeamish. Here we go. Is that what you wanted me to show? Yeah. I've got it on my disc. I've got it. All right, Beamsy. Just. All right. So that's what Beamsy wanted to show Megan. Megan. Look, I'm only doing this because it's you, Beamsy. Nobody else gets this privilege. You don't usually get to, puppeteer me around like that. Anyway, back to this. I hope, just for you, Beamsy. Yeah, totally. You can live a full life. I totally agree. You can live a full life and be single. And if it's not right for you, it's not right for you. I don't know why you would push yourself into something like that, because it's just going to make you miserable in the long term. And you're probably going to resent that person who you're with because you didn't feel ready. Whenever you're ready is fine. It's perfectly fine. I agree, Big Bad Mama. It seemed as though she accepted it. She announced her engagement months ago, sent invites for a February wedding in December, and she and her fiancé left a note that they would cover the cost of the hotel for me because they are aware I am now a single mum, and that leaving my 3 kids with my in-laws covered some expense, but not all, so I RSVP'd yes. Then over Christmas, my brother told me my sister has rounded up many single men to invite to the wedding, and she has recruited some people to help her play matchmaker for me at her wedding. She said it was why she paid for the hotel for me and everything. Oh, I was not happy. Her friend she recruited to help confirmed it to me. She said my sister had been wanting to find me the perfect man and has planned it all. I mean, it's annoying. I get you, but that's not really a reason to skip out on the wedding. I was so done at this point that I called my sister, told her I knew what she was up to and I would no longer be attending her wedding, and I was not going to trust her again. She got so upset and told me I was overreacting. My parents also chimed in and told me the same. They said I could just ignore her plan and attend and support my sister. I kind of agree with the parents. My sister keeps telling me I need to come, and then she got mad, saying she's trying to save me from myself. Yeah, no, the sister's an asshole as well. The controversy is rumbling almost a week after I told her. Am I the asshole? Yes. Look, unless those men literally like attack you, they're not, I get that it's annoying, but sometimes you've got to put up with annoying things in order to do stuff for your family, kind of thing. I think that you should just go to the wedding and ignore them. Hell, you could even have some fun, like like basically shooting them down, you know? Or tell them what's up. Like say, hey, like you know, this was your sister's idea, so go and tell her how annoying it is to try and, you know, to be set up with somebody who's not interested. Although it is her wedding day, not many people will get upset at the bride on Redding. But anyway, like you know, you could just attend and make a token appearance and then run off to do whatever you want, you know, to. But I mean, the sister's an asshole, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. The sister's like, the sister's being a complete dick, though. Like, let's face it. Totally being a dick. Like, if somebody's happy being single, leave them the fuck alone. I've never understood this entire thing of, oh, I'm going to set you up with somebody and sort of push you together to save you from yourself. What do you think she's doing to herself? I mean, apart from masturbation, I guess. But you don't have to save anybody from that. Let's face it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't. It's fine. I definitely have an opinion on this. I really think everyone's being the asshole. I think her sister, obviously, for sort of forcing her into a relationship. And it doesn't even look. Here's the thing: it doesn't even sound like the quality of the relationship is important to her sister. It just this whole idea, and it annoys me. It does annoy me. Maybe I'm in a bad mood today. Look, it just annoys me that people are like, "Well, be with somebody," and it's like, "Well, you know, I have certain things that I like." No, be with somebody, anybody. Don't settle. Like, why would you do that? It's not going to work out in the long term. It's just going to be you resenting them for not being what you want them to be. And it was 5 years ago. Look, if you've been with the love of your life, married for over 10 years and been together since the age of 17, you know, it might take more than 5 years to get over him. This sister needs to shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, just leave her alone. Leave her alone. I don't understand that attitude at all, quite frankly. But on the other hand, the poster could just go and put in it's her wedding. Like, it's not like it's just, you know, you're not going to a family dinner because she's going to try and set you up. It's a fucking wedding. And ideally you'll only have one in your life. Ideally, obviously that doesn't work out all the time, but you know, ideally that's the case. That's a big deal. Yeah, no, I'm firmly coming down on everyone on this one. But the vote's up. Let's see what Reddit says. Did I upvote this? Yeah, I upvote this. This is fine. This is fine. Almost a week after I told her, of course it is. It's a wedding. It's a wedding. Look, you are reacting. You are overreacting. Yes. This sounds like a monster. Not the asshole. Oh, come on, Reddit. Yeah, so sister may have this fantasy of the wedding, and yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a coincidence that the sister's getting uh, married as well. Yeah, no, I agree, Big Bad Mama. I agree, but I also think that you should go to the wedding because it's your sister's wedding. It is a big event. It is a big event. Oh, thank you, Atheist Junior. That's probably the first thing you've ever given me credit for, so I'll thank you for that. Usually, Atheist Junior just takes credit from me. It's so good to see you, AJ. Yeah, so everybody thinks the sister's absolutely the asshole. Oh, look, I think, yeah, man. And if she's been with like the guy, her late husband, since the age of 17, she may have never been with another guy. Maybe we don't know. That's really big. I really do feel for her. But even if your sister's playing matchmaker like a complete asshole, I don't think it's a reason why you can skip the wedding. I think that is the family equivalent of like launching a nuke. It really is like missing a wedding. What do you think? What does chat think? Yeah, I'm not on Reddit much at all. There's a couple of game like sections I go to on Reddit occasionally, but I rarely post. I must admit. And yeah, but I do like reading some of this stuff. I really do. Not the asshole. Wow, tons of people have chimed in. Not the asshole. So, is there an obligation to go to your sister's wedding? Um, You know what? I think that you could make a token effort and then just leave if you're annoyed by the guys kind of thing. I think that um yeah, I think that not no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. If everyone's the asshole, no one is. No, everybody's the asshole. That isn't how that works. This isn't like a zero sum game or something for assholery, Big Bad Mama. You can have two people being equal amounts of dicks, and that doesn't make them not dicks. That is not how that works at all. I'm sorry, it's just not. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't cite it or anything. I certainly wouldn't trust it that much. But I mean, yeah, it's good as a starting point. It's like Wikipedia. It's good as a starting point to check up on other stuff in it, but I wouldn't cite it as a source itself. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's see. I'm always dreading this. Let's see what the chat says. All right, chat agrees with me for once. Is everyone is terrible? Yes, yes. Two dicks don't cancel each other. Who'd have thunk? Yeah, you heard it here first. Two wrongs don't make a right. Absolutely. Am I the ass? Look, I gotta do this. Stealer of underwear. Am I the asshole for borrowing my husband's underwear? Okay. Okay. Look, if the shit fits, you wear it, girl. I gotta say. So I am 28 female, about 7 to 8 months pregnant. And while I've thankfully not gained a lot of weight, my belly has grown a lot, and I find that my underwear is too small and cuts into my sides, bottom of my belly. After a while, I started getting a rash in the places where it's too tight due to friction, I guess. Look, you probably need bigger underwear while you're pregnant. Like, just putting it out there. Yeah. It does seem that way. It certainly does seem that way. Look, I don't get it myself, but, you know. So one day I was getting dressed and I was getting frustrated about the rash and the underwear being too small, so I figured I'd try on a pair of my husband's 29 male boxers. They're size large and too big for me, but oh my God, it was the most comfortable thing I'd ever tried it on in my life. Breezy and loose, and even in the places where I had the rash didn't hurt. My husband had already left for work for the day, so I decided just to borrow them. At the end of the day, we can't both come home, and I tell him that I borrowed his underwear and asked if it was okay to continue borrowing some until the baby comes, less than 2 months left, or at least until the rash is better. He seemed a bit weirded out, but said it was okay. Well, I mean, I don't even think it was weird. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Big Bad Mama. I'm absolutely with you. If it's comfortable, go for it. Hell, you could go out and buy, like you said, it was a bit too big. Go out and buy some nice, slightly smaller boxer shorts. Go for it. Okay, so question for the underwear people in chat. What does anyone out there wear boxer shorts? I used to wear boxer shorts. I don't mind boxer shorts. I think that I don't wear sort of, you know, the normal underwear. I wear the ones with the legs kind of thing. So I don't wear boxer shorts anymore, but I don't wear like the underwear. Why am I talking about this? I'm interested in finding out what the chat wears. That's it. That's my only motivation at this point. What are they called? What are they called? Like boxer briefs. Boxer briefs. I think. Yeah, boxer briefs. Yeah, I'm prepared to believe that, Big Bad Mama. I'm prepared to believe that. Boxers or boxer briefs, yeah. He will put. Okay, I gotta pass this for a second. He will put his doololly in her whatchamacallit, but not let her borrow comfy undies. Yeah, it's a bit weird, right? Yeah, but people get territorial over stuff, and I don't know why. Like people get territorial over their coffee cup kind of thing, and they can't let anybody borrow their coffee cup, or, you know, their you know, they'll get territorial over certain stuff. So I kind of. Yeah. Fast forward a few days, we're going to bed. He flips out and asks me why I'm wearing his good. Again, the quote, the good, um, bamboo underwear. What the fuck is bamboo underwear? Is this person a panda? What's going on, chat? What's happening? Bamboo underwear. Is it a brand? Is it a brand? What is Somebody help me. What's bamboo underwear? Brazilian. Okay, I got some problems with that then. Is that what you wear, Nanalu? What is Brazilian? Okay, yeah, no, I get you. I get you. That's look, I don't know what bamboo made of bamboo fibers. Really? Wouldn't that like chafe and stuff? Wouldn't that be horrible? I don't know. Splinters? Anyone? No. Okay. I'm confused, but he points out at the band when it says bamboo. Then he goes on a long rant about how his few pairs of bamboo underwear are the comfiest and best quality, etc., etc. I swear this is not an ad for bamboo underwear. All right, so I'm guessing it must be a brand. I'm assuming. I apologized and said I just picked the pair off the top like I did the other times, but he was upset and I wasn't allowed to borrow his underwear anymore. Look, the man is drawing a line in the sand. I said I wouldn't borrow the ones that said bamboo on them since it bothered him, but he just drew a hard line in the sand. Hard line saying I should go buy bigger underwear for myself and stop stealing his. Stealing? She's not. Okay, so that's an overreaction, right? So that's automatically an overreaction. Now I'm thinking this is probably more about how he actually doesn't want me to borrow his underwear and he's using me accidentally taking the wrong pair as an excuse, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's probably it. When he was like a bit weird kind of thing, he said he was a bit weirded out. He didn't want you to borrow his underwear, but he went along with it because he didn't know how to say no. He didn't know how to say, hey, I'm not happy with you borrowing my underwear, but let's go to the store and get you some. Well, I can understand not wanting to share your underwear. I think it's unnecessary to go out and buy a bunch of large pairs of women's underwear that may be used for 2 months at most. I also think it shouldn't be that big a deal since I'm the one who washes and folds his underwear anyway, and he has about 100 pairs, so it's not like he'll run out of them. And I also kind of feel like since I work full-time, buy all groceries, cook, clean, on top of carrying our baby with everything that includes such physical change to our body, having to lend me his underwear is a small price to pay to help out with the pregnancy. I also bought him 8 more pairs of bamboo underwear as an apology, but he still doesn't seem to want to share his regular pairs with me. Maybe I should have been petty and bought them for myself instead. He. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's not petty. That's just doing what he wants. That's weird, though. If you've got, like, that many pairs of underwear, who gives a shit? Like, seriously. Who cares? Like, I don't get. Well, there's a hypothesis for you. I like it. Yeah, he doesn't want his wife snooping around. Ooh. Yeah, but what a prick having an affair when your wife's pregnant. That's pretty low. Well, I think it's because, like, when you share your life that closely with somebody, having them borrow your underwear is like the least of the things that you share, right? Like, it's kind of when you're married and you're living that closely with somebody, it's kind of that's a weird barrier to have. That's all. It's just a weird barrier to have. A man's drawers are sacred. Well, to some, obviously. No, that's a fair call. I get you. Look, if my wife borrowed my underwear, doesn't matter if she's pregnant or not. If my wife borrowed my underwear, I would not have a problem with it. It'd be fine. Like, you do you. You go for it. I don't care. Why would I care? I mean, yeah, if I didn't have some for myself, that would be a bit of a problem. But then we'd just get more underwear. Like, it's just fucking underwear. It's not like, and she's already gone out and gotten more underwear. Like, I don't understand why she didn't get them for herself, because that would have just solved the problem. So I don't get why she didn't just go out, get them for herself, and then, yeah, just look, Nanalu, you're assuming it wasn't already, so don't, like, it may have been already. Look, it's just underwear. Like, can we all get over it? Yeah, right on. Who cares? It's just underwear. When you clean it, there's nothing weird about it. It's just cloth that you slap on your ass. Let's face it. It's nothing. Maybe. But like I said, like, guys can get very territorial over some weird stuff, Kata. I gotta say, they can get very, very territorial over some very strange things, like they get territorial over their car and stuff, and it's just a fucking car. Let's face it. It's I think masculinity is derived from some weird points in some people. Well, weird to me. They're and they can be totally fine for them, but weird to me. I don't, doesn't have to be right. So I get something, they remain till their rags. All right. Well, that's a bit much information, Dan. I'm just, that's fine. What? You do you. You do you. That's absolutely fine. Well, the poll's up, so no, you're right. I did need to know that. I think the world needs to know that. I think we need more people in here to share that. The raggedy underwear you're currently prancing around in, Dan. I think that everybody needs to know that, mate. Oh, this is the poster. Stealer of underwear. I don't think he'd be happy if I bought myself underwear. Men's underwear. Why not? Who cares? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like, he's like, look, I can't have my wife buying men's underwear. It makes me less of a man. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what? Oh, yeah, not only that, AJ, they sell used women's underwear in vending machines. That's never nuke a country twice. It's yeah. Edit. I didn't know how to comment this, so I'd be showed to Emran just to edit this comment. I showed my husband some of the funnier comments and I asked him very seriously, what is the real reason he doesn't want me to use his underwear? That's a good point. And believe this, we were all wrong. Okay, chat, the plot thickens. We're all wrong. At least the comments I read, there were too many of them to read them all. Maybe some of you were right. We had a good guesses, though. Maybe because it's not sexy on me. Maybe because they'll get ruined. Maybe he's scared he'll secretly become gay. No. The real reason he doesn't want me to use his underwear is he is scared I'll forget to do the laundry and he'll run out of clean underwear and have to do the laundry. He's afraid of doing the laundry. He's afraid of doing the laundry? I think it's hilarious, especially combined with the fact there are at least 50 clean players in his drawer. It makes sense, though. He's the kind of person who likes having large stashes of things, so he never has to worry about them running out, especially things like candles for some reason. He really likes candles. We have way too many candles stashed away, so I guess underwear has been added to that list. The man can't wash. I presume they have a washing machine. I mean, if you're washing that many pairs of underwear, then you've probably got a washing machine. The fuck? Look, I don't look, as long as the tasks are shared in the house. You know, if you're doing some tasks, she's doing other tasks. I get that you both have your tasks that you do, kind of thing. I get that. That's okay. But it sounds like, if he has a problem with it, then it is his problem. Yes, this is his problem. I don't understand why he's levering this problem on you. I'm gonna upvote that as well. Yeah, no, I'm actually, look, Kata and Big Bad Mama. I usually I'm like, you're overreacting, but I'm on your side this time. That is just like blaming her for your inability to wash your own stuff is just Well, sorry, AJ. The whole point is she wasn't aware if she was being the asshole or he was being the asshole. So the whole point of it is to run by a situation and say, am I? Because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you'll do something and go, oh, well, I reacted like this to, my brother doing this. Am I being the asshole? Is he the asshole? Are we both being, pricks, kind of thing? It sounds like she has gone back and talked to him. Yes, you're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. The whole point. Yeah, obviously should be taught. To be honest with you, who thinks that what was her name? Underwear stealer. Underwear stealer. Stealer of underwear. Who thinks stealer of underwear deserves better? I think she deserves better. My ex-husband cared a whole lot about what kind of underwear and clothes during and after pregnancy. Apparently, it's not okay to dress like a mother. I hate that you're not wearing thongs or short skirts or tight tops. What the fuck? Yeah, that is fucking gross. Yeah, some men do, sure. Some don't. Some are perfectly fine. They're like, yeah, support your wife. She wants to wear whatever she wants to wear. She wants to eat whatever she wants to eat. That's cool. She's pregnant. It happens. Your body goes through a whole load. Like a lot of guys, they don't understand the changes that your wife goes through when pregnant, kind of thing. Their entire sort of body changes and certain things happen. It's a big deal. So support her. God, I don't. This is pretty fucked, quite frankly. And what's this all about? Underwear. About your wife finding that your underwear is really comfy and wearing it. Hell, if my wife did that, it'd be like more power to her. Go for it. Yeah, I'm going to say not the answer. I'm going to say that the stealer of underwear is the victim here. Absolutely. Stealer of underwear, done nothing wrong, deserves a supportive man or woman or gender neutral person. Just someone to support them. And if the underwear supports them, more power to the underwear. Did he say that? Homophobic too. He's potentially afraid of finding her attractive. I don't understand why you wouldn't find a woman in boxer shorts attractive. Like what's unattractive about that? I don't. What, that it's men's underwear? I don't. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, absolutely, Natalie. It's no biggie. No big deal at all. It's it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I don't get the big deal. But wear whatever you want. I don't. Well, see what chat says. Hopefully you've voted. Really? Everyone is terrible? Everyone is terrible. Okay. Is that supposed to be morally grey, or are you just morally gay? Yeah, I don't know why. That is not like how you realize you're gay. If you're finding a woman attractive in men's clothing, that doesn't make you gay. I don't know where that comes from. Mind you, like when you're talking about homophobia, it's kind of anything associated with men and attractiveness are basically gay. So but I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's sort of it's that paranoia of being like some men won't go, hey, that's a good looking guy. They won't say that. It's just, even though clearly like you've got male models, they're obviously attractive men. You're like, hey, that guy is a good looking guy. That makes you gay for some reason. Why? Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. No, I don't know, Dan. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. They're probably trying to wind me up. Um, Chad is you know is weird. Yeah, yeah. A lot of it is that real homophobia where you can't even admit any kind of acknowledgement of men being attractive to anybody. It's like that really staunch toxic masculinity where you're like, no, I don't know if that guy's attractive or not. He could be. I must admit I get it wrong sometimes, but I can usually say, hey, it's yeah, it's weird. Don't make me block you, Beamsy. Don't. How dare you? How dare you? You say that I might be gay. That's homophobia. Um, am I the asshole for refusing to leave Walmart past closing time? Yes, yes, yes. You are. Yes, you are. You're an asshole. Uh, I'm gonna upvote it though. Scarcity strict. Last night, female 25, was checking out my items from Walmart and it was past closing. An employee told me that they were closed and I can't check out anymore. I told her I'm in the middle of checking out and was almost done. She went and got a cop from outside and had me trespass. The cop seemed clueless and acted like a newbie. Nonetheless, the cop arrested me without hesitation and I spent 12 hours in jail with 1,000 bond. My family has no idea where I was until I got my phone call 5 hours later. They thought I had gone missing and even called the police to search for me. I would have been there until the afternoon if they hadn't paid the bond. Before some assume I was not aggressive or rude at all, nor contribute to any escalation other than telling the employee I would leave once I'm done. For context, I live in Florida. Of course you do. Of course you do. I've heard stories of Floridians. My mother has cancer, and I drove her 2+ hours still in Florida to a hospital that would treat her. At night, she got hungry and asked if I'd make a quick trip to Walmart to get her something to eat. I hadn't eaten anything for the entire day, taking care of her, so I agreed. She was worried sick about me when I didn't return, which put a lot of stress on her. My sister and uncle even drove down 2 hours where I am in the middle of the night to search for me. I think the employee is wrong for having me callously arrested just because she wanted to leave 1 minute earlier, which prolonged her time regardless by getting the police involved, but others are saying they were in the right to do so. Am I the asshole? Yes. Yes. So there's no obligation. There's no obligation for the Walmart or any business to serve you. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Monkey. I'm 100% with you. Guaranteed that cop says, hey, if you don't arrest you, if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. They always give you that option when a business asks you to leave. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Dan. I 100% am with you. This is no beef with bottom more. Hey, look, budget stores, don't. All right, Big Bad Mama, you take that back. All right, so there's nothing wrong with shopping at a budget store. I shop at a budget store. I'm converted. So let me tell you about the budget store we have over here. It's called Spud Shed. Okay, and it's everything you expect it to be. Spud Shed. That's right. That's right. Spud Shed. Yes, and it's basically, this guy started it because he was sick of the potato monopoly in Western Australia. Yes, that's right. There was a potato conglomerate fixing prices of potatoes. So this guy went rogue. He went rogue on the spuds and created the Spud Shed. And basically the food is really fresh. It's really good, grown from independent growers, sold pretty cheap. And they have just random crap there. Stuff that you don't see twice. They have like really cheap jars of pickles and crap like that. You can't rely on it being there from week to week, but it's actually glorious wandering around and seeing like the random stuff that that they're trying to sell. And it obviously didn't sell in mainstream stores, but they've put it in this store because they'll buy anything. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. No, Megan, it's great. It's great. No. They worked against the potato barons. Okay, they set this thing up to combat the potato barons that were ruling our lives when we bought potatoes. They're stopping the potato famine. They're not creating it. They're stopping it. Oh yeah, the poll. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. Look, I get sort of a bit involved with potato stuff. Really good potatoes. Actually, really good sweet potato. If you've ever had a sweet potato, very, very good. Roast sweet potato is amazing. lock them out. Yeah, possibly. Who knows? They might have logged out everybody already, and logging back in could have been a problem for them. Yeah, yams. That's just another name for the sweet potato, Dan. Wasn't when I worked there. All right, Wilberforce. I mean, things change, mate. They certainly can. How long ago was that, Wilberforce? Like, can you give us a year or something? You worked 2012, 2014. How dare you, Wilberforce? If you haven't had roasted sweet potato, you haven't lived, man. Like, honestly. Yeah, I agree with that as well. It's like pumpkin pie. It's really good, really good. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, the more you know. All right. Well, I've been corrected. That's cool. They're two different things. Okay. Well, I guess we're getting sweet potatoes from the old spud shed, spud shed. The sweet potato. It's good. It's really good. I like it. You eat potatoes like apple? No, you don't. There's too much starch. That's really bad for you. That is actually bad for you. That's not good. Like, there's way too much starch in them. That's not cool. You're the asshole. You definitely aren't giving the full story here. Yeah, pure thoughtster. Who is this anyway? Scarcity strict. All right, sounds like an asshole. Personally, I think OP should sue. Even lawyers. All right, well. Triple, you're the asshole for trying to use a sick mother and excuse for bad behavior. Yeah, and it's not like you can't get food for your sick mother from like anywhere, right? Like, is Walmart the only thing in this country? Is there like no other food in the country except from Walmart? Is this what's happening? Hospitals have food for patients even at late night. Yeah, I'm not sure they always do, but yeah, she could have got some food from somewhere else. Look, there's going to be late night delis. There's going to be like, you're going to be able to find something. Walmart does kill other stores in the area. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Walmart's like. Look, Spud Shed definitely isn't killing other stores in the area. Trust me on that. If anything, other stores are encouraged by them, quite frankly. Hit a vending machine. Maybe. Oh wait, we've got a yam fight in the chat. Oh look, I love a good yam fight. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing. As far as I'm concerned, I gotta check this out now. I gotta find out what Titan Uranus is talking about. What's in a name? This is what you've been calling as yam is most likely a sweet potato. It's actually a sweet potato. What? So there is a difference between them. Yeah, I'm definitely getting sweet potatoes. Definitely sweet potatoes. I had yams before, but definitely. Yeah, okay. Maybe I haven't had a yam. No, I haven't had a yam. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, Titan wins the AM fight. Right, my Walmart makes repeated amounts every 10 to 15 minutes, starting the hour before closing, try and get customers up to the register. I've never heard of a cop arresting a customer for being in store a few minutes past closing. Yeah, seems weird. OP is definitely leaving a few things out. Look, I mean, she made a point of saying, oh, I was not aggressive and wasn't. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. I was not aggressive, nor rude, nor at all, nor contribute to any escalation other than telling the employee I would leave once I'm done. I doubt it. I doubt. Press X to doubt. Yeah, looks like there's a lot of doubt going on in Reddit as well. A lot of doubt. I'm calling bullshit on this whole post. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Titan. Oh, abscesses suck, man. Are you going to a dentist? That sucks, mate. Oh, buddy. I'm so sorry to hear that. I've had an abscess before. It was a nightmare. I feel for you. Get that shit checked out. I know it's expensive, but they can actually infect and be absolute nightmares. So yeah, get that shit checked out. Dental hygiene is really important, and dental care is really important. And for part of my life, I didn't really pay attention to it, and I had to have a lot of work done later in my life, and suffered horribly because of it. But now I know how important dental care is. Absolutely. So all my best wishes, Titan. I really hope it goes better, mate. Did I put the poll up? Please tell me I put the poll up. Holy shit, I did something right. Yeah, but it can infect other places, Monkey. It is an infection, but it can end up infecting like the gums and then up into the sinuses and things like that. It's absolute nightmare. So yeah, you are right. It's just the infection can spread, I guess. So chat speaks that the poster is the arsehole. Look, I'm right with you on this one. Right with you on this one. 100%. 100%. All right, this is my last one. I'll do one more. I've hoped you enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed spending time with you guys. It's been fantastic. Each and every one of you have been awesome, if a little morally challenged, and that's fine. That's fine. Look, morality's complex. Morality's really complex. So the last one. Am I the asshole for wearing my engagement ring when I knew my sister was getting engaged? What? Why would you be? For wearing your engagement when I knew my sister was getting engaged. Throwaway ring drama. So is this an account just to what? 28 female got engaged at the beginning of December. For Christmas, I was staying with my mum and stepdad, and they were hosting my stepdad's whole family, step-siblings, mother, brothers, cousins, families, for a New Year's party. Prior to this, my stepsister, 29 female, Rachel's now fiance, Matt, informed my parents he was going to propose and asked if it would be okay to do it in the party. And Matt agreed. Good one, Matt. That consideration all round, maybe a little pressure on her, which may not be cool, but as long as you're cool about it, that's okay. So what do you think, chat? What do you think about this engaging, popping a proposal in a big crowd kind of thing? Do you think that's an unfair pressure on the person who's being proposed to? Does anybody think that? I sometimes think that. I think it's okay. I think that the person probably knows, that the person they're proposing to enough to know whether they'd like it or not. Like, for instance, my wife, she hates being put on the spot, hates crowds, very quiet, very reserved, which is weird because she's with me, right? Very, very strange. And sort of very, very quiet. And so I knew she would hate being proposed to out in a crowd. So it was like nice and quiet in the middle of a forest that I proposed to her. So you don't agree with marriage at all? At all? Not even common law marriage? There's nothing about it? Or do you just mean sort of, traditional marriage systems? Or do you mean, what do you mean? Do you mean any kind of partnership? Are you an incel? Are we looking incel here? What are we looking at? What are we doing? Where are we? My parents agreed. Yes, for the party, everyone was dressing up, and obviously, to me, I was wearing my engagement ring. Sure, everybody already knew I was engaged, but it was the first time they'd seen the ring in person. So at the start of the party, everyone was interested in seeing it. I did notice Matt being a bit cold with me, but I thought it was his nerves. Okay, so you got engaged at the beginning of December, and you dressed up and wore your engagement ring for the first time. The proposal happened and it was beautiful. Aww. Everyone congratulated Rachel, but it was kind of 50-50 on people wanting to look at and compliment her ring and mine. A lot of comparisons were made, nothing unkind. Everyone was really happy for Rachel, as was I. The day after, Rachel and Matt blew up about me wearing my ring to the party. Rachel said I was deliberately trying to draw attention to myself on her special night, and since I knew beforehand she was getting engaged, I shouldn't have worn my ring since I don't always wear it anyway. I don't really agree with this since I've been engaged for weeks and everyone already knew about it. It's not like I stole her thunder, nor did I intend to by wearing my ring. I wore it because I'm engaged, so it's what you do. Look, even if she didn't wear her ring, they probably were, like, it's that close, like within the same month, and you're seeing lots of family that you don't usually yeah, no, I was joking about the incel. That was a joke. Titan, it was a joke. I don't think anyone should be tied down to procedures when they feel like it's on. And that's cool. That's perfectly fine. And that's, your right and your thing to do. But I think that if you live with somebody and you both sort of economically contribute towards a house and towards a life, then you've got to have some way to split it up if you leave each other. That's just the way it is. Because if you're both contributing, and there is maybe a sort of asymmetrical contribution, like one person is taking care of the kids, one person is making most of the money. I think that some way you've got to organize that one person doesn't just walk off with all of the assets and the other person has nothing if you're both contributing, but one of that brings in assets and one doesn't, right? So I think that hey, if you want to live your life unmarried and free, that's fine. I totally understand. But if you're sharing an economic position with people, you would need some way to separate that consolidated economic position into two economic positions, and that's where the laws regarding common law marriage and things like that come in. So that's my opinion. Yeah, it's pressure. Yeah, just doing private there. Yeah, and that's probably the way I would like to propose. And I get that some people orientate themselves around family. I like to or my proposal was out in nature kind of thing, where it was nice and beautiful, and just no obligation, and no, she could have refused if she wanted, and no obligation from any family. So I kind of get it both ways. I really do. I kind of understand they want to share it with their family and stuff, but you know what? I guess my point with this one is, if she got married in the same, or engaged in the same month, people would have been asking about her engagement anyway, because it's Christmas. There's family you don't see. They would have said, "Hey, you got engaged." Even without the ring, that would have happened. So, I think they're being douches. I really do. Matt then accused me of embarrassing by wearing my colossally large ring when I knew Rachel's wouldn't be anywhere near as big, and intentionally showing up in front of the family. He even went on about the other jewelry I wore. Yeah, that's some small dick energy right there. Oh boy. Yo, Matt, it's not the size of the stone, mate. It's how you use it. It's No, I get you. I get you, Red Bull. I'm not in favor of traditional marriage. You're right. I totally agree. I didn't get married in a church. I got married in a very lovely botanical garden. It was a secular wedding, so just a celebrant rather than a priest or any kind of religious thing. It's just, it's not. You don't have to do that. I think traditional weddings are, ridiculous as well. I get you. I get you. But I see it more apart from the ceremony, which is, that's just a ceremony. It's just like we do a lot of ceremonies. We do ceremonies for people graduating university. We do ceremonies for people, winning a race. We have this idea of ritualistic ceremonies that needn't be religious. There's nothing religious about somebody graduating or somebody receiving a commendation for the work they've done in the community. There's nothing religious about that, but there's still ceremonies because we're humans and that's what we do. Yeah, just for the peace and get off it. Absolutely. That's your choice. Sure, absolutely. But I guess as far as like what I'm talking about with marriage is to be honest with you, it is more economic than it is spiritual. Right. So I don't think it's spiritual at all, but I think it is important for society because of the economic and financial considerations of the people who are sort of, uniting together. Yeah. So this seems to be the guy's insecurity. My stepdad called them both stupid for their outburst. Well, kind of stepdad. He's kind of right. My stepbrother says there's no way I could have known how they'd feel. It's not like they asked me not to wear it. Yeah, exactly. My mum says that while I didn't do it deliberately, she can see where Rachel is coming from, since everyone preferred my ring to hers. Oh. She said that she'd also said that given my ring is quite unique, I should have considered it would draw attention. Do you need the attention that badly? This is a New Year's party. It's not your personal frigging engagement party. I presume they're going to have an engagement party, right? Am I wrong? They're going to have an engagement party where they can just have everybody fawn over their stuff. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, first world problems, absolutely. My sister's or stepsister's massive diamond ring got more attention than my diamond ring. I mean, talk about your frivolous problems, right? I'm totally with you. But I don't think the girl's done anything wrong. I mean, she's just rocked up with her ring on to a New Year's party and gotten slammed for it kind of thing. I wouldn't give a shit. Not the arsehole. You're engaged. Yeah, absolutely. I'm confused. Shouldn't OP be wearing her ring all the time? Look, I don't even wear my wedding ring all the time. Get out of here, Prudent Plan. What are you talking about? I know I kept mine on 24/7. Not wearing a ring doesn't make you any less engaged. What, you take it off and suddenly you're not engaged anymore? You think it's mystic? You think it's magical? You think that the ring is a spiritual connection, that if you take it off, you've broken the laws of the universe? Come on. It's not magic. It's just a frigging ring. Everyone should have worn tan shapeless hazmat suits. All right, well, I mean, that's, yeah. I didn't actually get an engagement ring. I don't know if you knew that, Big Man. I didn't get one, which is a little unfair, but, you know, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm good. My parents' house cracked my bake pretty on. Is the OP saying that you should wear your engagement ring? No. Why? Why? I think we're I think that I think that we really should be past these sort of, you know, symbolic kind of mystic thinking that you know, because yeah, yeah. Like you're not any less engaged if you don't wear the ring. You're still engaged. Like, be an adult and just go, well, it doesn't really change anything. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It should have been about the engagement. I agree. If I'm going to the grocery store, I wear it, but I'm doing things around the house, I don't wear it so people could see it. They've all seen pictures. I wear it because I dress properly. I always wear it. Yeah, if you're dressing up, you'd put on, you know, your engagement or wedding ring, sure. Sounds a lot like ring envy. I agree, Technology Livid. I agree. Did I do the poll? Did I do the poll? I didn't do the poll. Oh, yeah, Nanalu. Materialism and mysticism unite. Yeah, I think that sort of past a certain point in our species sort of evolution, we should really stop giving these mystical ideas to inanimate objects. Just my opinion, but I really think I really think there's nothing mystical about these things. That, you know, why are we lending these credence and these superstitions to just ordinary everyday things? I have no idea. They don't add anything. They're not adding anything to our development. They're not helping anything. And I forgot to do the poll. So I'll do the quick poll. Got engaged in Walmart in the sweet potato yammer. Absolutely. No, look, you hear about that. I look, I hear about these weird engagements in the most strange places. Like I knew this girl who got engaged at KFC, and I just went, like, he proposed. They both worked at KFC, and he proposed like at KFC, and it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously, listen, my guy, you've got to find a better place to propose than look. Go to the park across the road. I don't care, but not at the fucking KFC. Like, seriously, who proposes at a KFC? You know, you're eating your potato and gravy, and there's a ring in there. You know, just gorgeous memories made right there. You know, just gorgeous. Right up there with purity. Yeah, exactly. You're a liar, Dan. You're lying. You never did that. You've got way too much class for that. Look, if you're ever proposing, if you get proposed to at a fast food restaurant, you're a liar, Dan. If you get proposed to at a fast food restaurant, seriously evaluate that choice. I mean, seriously. I don't care if it's McDonald's or KFC or Burger King, maybe a Wendy's. I don't know. I've never been to a Wendy's because we don't have Wendy's. So, but, you know, seriously reevaluate that person. Yeah, so I'll believe that one. I will believe that one. Virginity at Popeyes. Okay, I don't know what Popeyes is, but I now have even less reason to visit this place. So thanks for that, Red Bull. Thanks for that. Okay, let's see where this poll ended up. Let's see what we got. Poster is not that bad. Yeah, no, I agree. Fuck your stepsister. Right, sure, yeah. And I mean, it's kind of like, it just sounds like out and out jealousy to me. You know, they want this New Year's party to be all about them. Look, that's what your engagement party is for. You're obviously not familiar with my chat. It goes downhill real fast, like real fast. But that's the last one I'm doing, and that's you know, that's good. That's a good one to end on, where the person is just living their best life, and someone's getting upset about it. So that's AIMBOT for another week. I'm really enjoying doing this. I hope you enjoyed joining me. If you're not subscribed, please do consider it. It really helps me a lot. And do like the video if you did enjoy your time here in the madness that is AIMBOT. The chat devolves to depravity, and then the show ends. Well, I've got to stop it somehow, Big Bad Mama, and me calling it out and sort of, you know, shaming it doesn't seem to be working right now. So I've got to do something. So ending the stream appears to be my only thing that I can do. Look, I think honestly, I think there's only so much you can look at people being, you know, insanely petty about trivial stuff before you go, okay, that's enough. So thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. Please be kind to yourself and to each other. And I do wish you the best. And Happy New Year. If I haven't seen you and haven't wished you a Happy New Year to one and all. Goodbye.